It is absolutely insane to me how much a man not acting a certain way can motivate a woman to get her act right. It's crazy. And we should never want a man to act a certain way. But I'm not here to talk about men. I'm here to talk about women and the power that they give to men. One thing that I know in this lifetime is that women are meant to birth their own lives first before they give birth to another human being. And so many of us grew up in this society, in families, in communities where people taught us how to give birth or talked about giving birth to another human being and never speaking on the life that they wanted to birth for themselves. If more women understood and knew that sexual energy was creative energy, I wonder how many beautiful creations would exist in this world before having a physical baby. And don't get me wrong, childbirth is also one of the greatest gifts in this world. But so many women had kids before they truly even knew themselves. And having a baby, from what I've seen, is a rebirth in itself. You literally crumble and become anew when you give birth to your child. I've seen so many of my friends say, like, I'm a completely different person. And there's so much expansiveness in that. But when you never experience that before giving birth to your child, it takes you by surprise. It shocks you. I've had so many deaths and rebirths in this lifetime. And what I've realized is that I have never been the phoenix rising from the ashes. I have always been the fire. I have always been the thing that can burn something down to the ground as it needs to be and create something new again. Ah, society often, and I'm saying society, because we have to start getting specific about who taught us something, whether they taught us vocally or they taught us from their action. My mom taught me to just love on my dad because not everyone knows how to love. She just said, just love on him, just love on him, just love on him. And it taught me subconsciously to just love people through foolishness. But it also taught me to self-sacrifice. That even in these moments that I'm not truly feeling tended to, I still need to do the tending to. And what I've said before, and I'm going to continue to say it as much as I need to until we get it, self-sacrifice is nothing to get a badge of honor for. Self-sacrifice is nothing to get a badge of honor for. I was a little dehydrated when I said that. Hold on. Whew. Because I was just sitting here. I'm about to write some plans on my canvas here. And I'm like, I feel like there's a video happening inside of my spirit right now. Because I truly, as a 31-year-old woman, I am grateful that I do not have children right now. I know for a fact I'm going to be a great mother when it is that time for my life. But my focus is what I can birth into this lifetime. What can I create? What can I see my hands and my vessel do in this lifetime? What kind of love can I nurture? And I desire that same thing from a spouse wherever he may be. I feel like, hold on, I gotta turn this video off. Shit. I'm back. But even then, it's just like so many women never give themselves permission to see themselves outside of what it looks like to be a partner, to be a spouse, to be a lover, to be in a relationship. We don't even give ourselves fully to our friendships. And all connections should be rooted in friendship. All connections are relationships. However, we've only ever really put the emphasis on romantic connections. And that is truly not sustainable. But I feel like there's a reason that most women glow up or shift their life after breakups, because we truly only strive to give our all to men, and we never give that to ourselves before another person is in our life. And then this mentality of, oh, I loved you more than I love myself, baby, that was not love. It was self-sacrifice. It was existing from the deficit. It was a lack of self-worth. It was scarcity. It was a lack of self-awareness. It was a lack of self-acceptance. That was not love. Because love and abuse cannot coexist. And no, you were not being abused outside of yourself. You was abusing your being by not tending to you, by neglecting yourself, by never leaning into what you needed for yourself. And I'm not speaking on this the way some people do, in a sense of like, if people get money and all this stuff. I don't speak none of that into this world. But what I am saying is that until you fully exist in acceptance and love of your own being, until you truly know what you like, who you are outside of who you are to other people, what can you truly give life to in this lifetime? What can you truly love? Who can you truly love? A thought just came to my mind. I lost it. I'm trying to think of it. It'll come back if it's important. It'll come back if it's important. Mm. It's just unfortunate. And it really breaks my heart and it makes me sad. It makes me sad that we truly strive to give so much to other beings and we literally give ourselves the last bit of whatever we have left, if anything at all. But it's normalized in our society. It's normalized in our community. That self-sacrifice is something to get a badge and honor for. I remember I saw a post the other day. Not even I remember, but I saw a post the other day speaking on, this is what it was. A guy said, I'm convinced all women's love language is never having to ask. And a woman in the comments said, you're right. Tell other people, like, I'm already paying attention to what you like, what you dislike, what you enjoy. I'm paying attention to like what you need. And I just ask for the same thing in return. And I'm like, I couldn't even agree with that post because immediately my brain said, wow, we are taught self-sacrifice for so young and for so long. Because as a woman, you're taught to tend to the needs of other people, to pay attention to what people may need before they even have to ask you. But you know who's not being taught that? The man that you're doing the tending to. Most men are not being taught to tend to the needs of a woman before she has to ask you. That's why when so many women give birth and they talk about how their husbands and their partners are just sitting around staring at them, yeah, I wonder why. Because as we have been poured into and nurtured and conformed and created to tend to the needs of others before ourselves, no one else is being taught the same narrative. And I am just so grateful and so thankful to be striving to put in the work to break certain cycles in our lifetime. Because consideration is love to me. You should be considered. You should consider other people. But at what cost? The minute that you see someone is not willing to reciprocate the love that you have the ability to give, it is not a means to give more. It's also not a space to be nasty. But most times that's what women do. We either continue to deplete ourselves just to say we are loved by somebody, or we start to return to hate. We use things against people. We speak down to people. We talk crazy and feel like it's okay because of how we being treated. Man, I feel this so heavy because it literally is embedded in our being. And it can't be. We have to uproot this. Self-sacrifice is nothing to get a badge of honor for. Oh my gosh, it is time. Oh, it's so much. God is real. This feels like I feel this in my spirit. As women, we have to nurture and pour into what we want to give birth to in this lifetime without turning to disgust and hatred and negativity and nastiness, and without feeling like we have to continue to overextend and deplete ourselves and pour from empty cups. We have to learn how to exist from the overflow. And I believe and I know for a fact that it's possible. It should not take a man breaking your heart for you to want to do all the things that you need to do for your well-being. Baby girl, I want you to get to a space where you love yourself so much that you will just never want to treat your vessel anything other than the highest, greatest being that you can. Treat yourself like God loves you. Treat yourself like your existence is for something greater than yourself. Um, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off. I feel like there's a clearer message, but whatever I just said, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. Whatever I just said, cool. And I will return. It's never a goodbye, and I always a see you later. Wow.